Hi, everyone. So thank you. Yeah, I'm Dana Fox, and so I'm Carolee's husband. And, you're here for a very good day. It's the Terry Fox Run. And over 40 years ago, Terry started this foundation. They invited people to run, ride, pedal, paddle, wheel, and walk to donate money in Terry's name, just like you're doing today. And I'm really excited to see some of the stickers on saying I'm running for, or I'm doing this in memory of. So that's a very gracious thing for you to do. This event that you're involved in has raised in the last 40 years over $900 million. It's almost $1 billion in research here in Canada. And all that money goes to some of the very best laboratories and scientists and research people that you can find on the planet right here in Canada to help find a cure for this disease. And the scary thing is just as you put up your hands today, there are a lot of people that you know or will know in the future that will get cancer. It's like 1 out of 2. And so it's almost like if you look at the person beside you, somebody there is probably going to get cancer or will know somebody that has cancer. So it's not something that just happens to maybe a few people. A lot of people will be connected with this disease. So, but I'm here to share some good news with you. Yes, I got this prognosis or this disease called cancer. They found out and they told me last November, and they said that's some very sad news. You're not going to be here after October of this year. So they told me by the time I get to October of this year, I would not be here to share this story with you. I'd be gone. And I said, that's not very nice. It's like, well, how can we maybe fix that? They said, we have some special drugs for you at the hospital. And I was just there this morning. You see my white band on my arm. I was just there today for some drug tests, some blood tests, and then tomorrow I go in for treatment. So we're very lucky here in Kitchener-Waterloo to have the Grand River Cancer Center, and there's some wonderful people there that help people just like you and me to help get a treatment so that we can perhaps get cured of this disease. When I was in grade 9, my dad did something very special for me. I was running track and field just like some of you are doing today. And we didn't have spikes at the high school. He said, I'd like to get you a pair of spikes. It'll help you run faster. So he got me these spikes back in 1971. They're very old, but they still work. And so when somebody said, I'm going to take you over to the Grand River Cancer Center for your chemo treatment, this is a treatment that you get to help fix the cancer. They said, it may not make you feel very good after the first day. And I said, well, that's okay. As long as it'll make me better, I'm good with that. I'll try hard. And I thought, you know what would be really good is if I brought my dad with me. He said, yeah, but I can't do that. My dad's not here anymore. But I said, you know what I could do? If I brought my spikes with me, he would tell me that after you do a track workout, a hockey workout, soccer workout, when you finish those workouts and you try really hard, sometimes you don't feel so good. I feel tired, I feel hungry. And so just like you work out really hard at some of your sports, you go, whew, that was a hard workout. This is a hard workout too. But if I brought my spikes with me, then it was like I was bringing my dad with me, and he would be there with me every time I go to get chemo. And so I did that all the way from January to May. And something very special happened during that time. I started to feel better. I started to feel stronger. And I went into a race and I said, you know what? I did a 5K race. And I thought if I could just get to the start line, that would be a wonderful day. Because they said, you're not going to be able to walk very well. You'll never be able to run. You're done. And I said, no, I don't think so. I think I'm going to get better. I'm going to feel stronger, and I'm going to go run again, just like you guys. So I got up and I started running. And from the day I started chemo, I started running. And do you know, the first time I went for a walk, it took me 1 hour to go 1 kilometer around our block of our house. It took me 1 hour. I was walking so slow, and I needed help to get up the driveway. It was too steep for me. I could barely make it. I was so tired. I went downstairs. I thought maybe it'll be better on my bike. I could spend 5 minutes on the bike and I was done. I was so tired. My arms were so weak. I couldn't even hold up myself on the bike. I thought, well, it might be tough now, but it's going to get easier. You just have to keep trying. And so I kept running and kept running. And by the time I got to the summer, I thought, you know what would be really cool is if we go on a bike ride. So I went on this thing called Ride to Conquer Cancer. And it's a 220 kilometer bike ride. And I said to Mrs. Fox, hey, do you want to come with me on this bike ride? It's going to be so much fun. It's 2 days, 220 kilometers. What could go wrong? It's just going to be so much fun. And she said, yes, I would love to. And so we both got on our bikes with 5,000 other people, and we went 220 kilometers and we finished. I said, wow, that was awesome. We raised some money for cancer research. I wonder what else we could do. And then I said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take these spikes and we're going to go do a marathon. And the people said, you never do a marathon. A marathon is 42 kilometers. And I used to do marathons when I was well. Now I'm feeling sick. They said, I don't think you're going to be able to do this. I said, no, today is my special day. I'm going to try something very, very difficult, but I'm going to make it because I'm running with my friends and a team. And so I jumped in, I signed up and said yes. And you know, a couple Sundays ago, I went to this marathon in Ontario called the Georgina Marathon. And all of the cameras were there, all the TV cameras were there, the reporters were there, and they said, and the radio station was even there. They said, I wonder if this guy can actually finish the marathon. And I said, oh yes, we can. And we're going to do it today. And so we ran, I brought my spikes, I put them at the finish line, and I said, go. And I said, when I finish this marathon, it'll be my dad waiting for me at the finish line saying, come on, Dana, you can do it. Come on, let's do this. And I ran and I ran. And by the time I finished not only the race, but I also qualified for another race called the Boston Marathon. That's this one. So I've done this race 8 times now. It's the Boston Marathon. Only 1% of the people on the earth can go qualify for this race. It's very hard to run this race. Do you know that I qualified for this race just 2 Sundays ago? I was the guy that was so sick, they said you wouldn't be able to finish. Not only did we finish, we qualified to go run this race. So next April 21st, 2025, you will be able to watch me on TV run the Boston Marathon in Boston with 30,000 other people. And that's a crazy thing because they said you're going to be too sick. So what do we take from all of this? Cancer is a serious thing, but it's not impossible to try and find a way to help get your way through it. So for everyone here that knows somebody that has cancer, you can say, hey, I met somebody today that was very sick just like you, and they're not so sick today. They decided to get well. And you can do a lot of things on your own. If you think you can do it. And you can push your way through. So that's the message you can take home for all those people that you love that says, here, I'm going to give you an extra hug today. I'm going to give you a message of hope. I'm going to say, if this guy can do it, you can too. You try hard and work through the medicine. It will help make you better. And Terry Fox would say, this is why I started the run in the first place. He put his one leg in the ocean on the Atlantic side and said, I'm going to run across Canada to share a message of hope for all people like you, so that you could say, I saw this man go by. He ran through Kitchener on one leg. I saw him come through. It wasn't a happy day. I said, there's a guy that only has one leg, and he's working so hard to try and figure out how to fix this. So we put money in the cup and said, that's a good job. So today I say thank you on behalf of Terry Fox. He says, you are doing an awesome job. I love what you're doing to try and support this, and I really hope that you have fun today. And remember about Terry Fox and all those other people that you know that have cancer. The journey's not over. You keep fighting. New research, new solutions, new treatments are coming every day. Don't quit. Don't ever give up, no matter what. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Dana. But